Let's just start with the 3 keys overall. It's the base of the skull, the sacrum, the second key is the foot. For our ankle joint, a lot of people just think of it as a hinge. So here's a hinge, it just folds right here. But if you think of it more like a pivot, you see how the heel moves? So it's not just you leaning forward like this, there's an actual kind of backward motion that impacts the heel. When you bring your awareness to that, what happens is the foot can start to stretch and rebound, stretch and rebound when you use that ankle joint. Come to your seat, your knees will be a little wider than your hips and the toes will turn out just a little bit. We're going to drag our heels back. That allows us to get more of that pivot action that a lot of us don't get in normal everyday movements. If you lean your weight forward just a little bit and then go back and forth, see if you can feel weight go into the shin. So here where the shin meets the ankle, I like to call that the shin-ankle. When you use this as a weight-bearing bone and really put weight into here, what happens is it transmits the weight and stretches the heel backward. So you really are using the 2 ends of the foot. Again, heels back. You can do this just by kind of bringing your weight forward and see if you can feel any transmission down into the shins. Now, here we'll bring our head into it. Again, the head weighs a lot. If you bring your hands to the sides of your head and then pivot it in place, first you'll feel an opening and stretch here. And when you shift your weight forward and pivot your head, you'll start to feel more weight in the shin ankles. It's a small movement, but it's detailed. As you pivot your head in place, so what we're doing is we're looking for this pivot. We're not tilting it back to use the back muscles. We're looking for it to pivot in place as we shift weight into the shin ankles. So those 2 things together, pivoting the head, shifting weight into the shin ankles, start to open up across the chest as you have your arms in this position. It starts to activate everything and connect the support in through the front of the spine, and it transmits down into the foot. So we get a whole connective information loop going from foot to head. And let's just stop there, because this, to get that whole thing just awakened, makes such a difference. And I want you to experience that difference. So get up and walk around and see if you notice a difference just from that. It's such a small move, but a lot of people will feel a difference open in their chest. Their posture feels more aligned and easy. They'll feel their feet actually more grounded or stretched out or soft. Most people tend to feel that when they get their whole fascial webbing activated. Let's go back and we'll just do one more. Remember, heels back a little bit. You have your knees reaching further than your toes if possible. If your ankles are too tight and you can't get your feet that far back, just bring them back as far as you can. And then find your head key, find your shin ankle, feel the stretch up and down the spine. And then from here, see if you can lift the chest up and imagine that your chest is being lifted up this way and you come off your chair. So the trick is that you feel and organize yourself to lift up and not to swing back and forth, because here's what happens when you don't have access to all of those joints through your system. You end up to come up, you can't quite get up, you can't quite get the weight into the shin ankles. So you pull your head forward, you'll pull your arms forward to get up. And then to get down, when you come down, instead of really being in the pelvis and organizing your pelvis, when you come down, a lot of people will come down and then swing back. They'll end up swinging the whole upper body, the head basically, forward and back. And that implicates the shoulders. It creates tension in the back. And it's all because you're not using that head pivot. Hopefully you've learned that just by finding this, you're going to find a lot of changes. When your head is open like this, your peripheral vision will expand. You'll be able to really open up just from that simple postural change.